Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Poontang here, and I'm going to talk about why there's never been a major PED scandal in the NBA. I've done a video on LeBron James using PEDs. I thought this video was originally going to be a revised and more in-depth look because I just thought I left so much shit out and so much more stuff I've read about since doing that video that I think I could have made it 5 times better, but that's also me trying. Always when I make something, I think you can do it better because you can always make things better if you take time on it, unlike me who pumps these out in less than an hour. But either way, this is why the NBA's never had a major doping scandal, and I want you guys to hit the comment section down below right now. Right fucking now. Tell me what you guys think's the reason. What do you guys believe in? Because this is a legitimate, not an issue. I don't really care if they do PEDs. I've always said I want to do one cycle of steroids, just one cycle of like HGH, and just get fucking jacked. These guys are athletes using their bodies to make millions of dollars, so it makes sense why they're trying to fucking do it. It's not cheating if everyone's doing it. It's equally gamed. But comment down below. Let me hear what you guys have to say. So, boom, boom. Main reason they get away with it, if we're just gonna hop into the reason why they get into it. So, boom, boom, boom. The reason they get away with it is because the NBA is a private organization, just like the WWE or whatever. They can do what they want and enforce or not enforce what they want. Why do you think so many players in the sports, the bald head look? Barkley, Malone, LeBron, Kobe, Dwight Howard, the list goes on and on. Side effects of steroids is balding. Okay, NBA players are so big and tall, and the ones that appear small relative to the others are typically over 200 pounds and ripped, which is normal life indicates steroids use. If I see a guy weighing more than 190 pounds ripped at the local gyms, and there's more than a chance he's likely on roids. Not always, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you definitely can look at people and be like, that's not natural. You look at the players in the 50s and 60s, that, and like how they're working out made the 60s. I don't want to say the 70s because that was a big drug era, but that could be right. So Michael Jordan, look at Michael Jordan's build. He was supposedly one of the most athletic. So was Kai Drexler, I'm pretty sure. Those guys, if you look at them, those are the last generation of players that you can tell they're not on steroids, that they're all natural, just how their muscles are developed. When you develop your muscles naturally, you can tell how they look. If you look at Dwight Howard, who everybody knows does steroids and cheats all the time, how he had stick-em on the ball and everything like that, you can tell he stopped doing steroids because he's not as good and he's thinned out. If you go back to the Orlando's days, like when I used to live there and watch him from like 04 to 2010, this man's shoulders were fucking huge and he had huge arms. Okay, the entire roster are PED abusers. If some of them are abusing, like Dwight Howard, Shaquille O'Neal, without getting caught, and then they're all abusing. Does that make sense? Think about when Hedo Turkoglu, Rashard Lewis, I think a few other guys on that Magic team got all caught for going to the same place for PEDs, okay? Except Dwight Howard. Why? Because he was the biggest name. So if you just get the guys around him, kind of tell them, hey, cut it off. We're just gonna like slap everybody on the wrist around you. It's not gonna be as big as a deal, okay? So that's why steroids, you're like, oh, they don't look that big. Well, these steroids don't just make you huge. You don't need steroids. These steroids make you recover faster. These steroids make you last longer, like running. I don't know about sex. They give you better cardio. You can jump higher, having like larger mass, but not losing your like speed. And you know, it's crazy to think about that there's these steroids there that can do this. Okay, it just blows my mind. Found this list, I'm going to read it down to you. Here's what we know. Several players have been busted for PEDs, none more high profile than OJ Mayo and Rashard Lewis in recent years. The NBA will tell you it has been vigorously testing for every kind of drug for decades and is just smarter than other leagues. Congress will tell you this. Under NBA policy, NBA players face no random testing at all. Once they complete their rookie year, they are only tested once each year during their 1-month training camp. The test, or the policy, also fails to cover a vast number of drugs. There are literally dozens of steroids and stimulants that are outlawed in the Olympic competition that are still legal for use in the NBA. The policy fails to cover performance enhancers such as human growth hormone or EPO, and it fails to cover designer steroids. As of 2009, the media reported it this way. Lawmakers on the House of Government Reform Committee called the NBA drug testing policy a joke, saying it's weaker than the NFL's or baseball's. As the NBA's steroid policy was branded pathetic by lawmakers Thursday, the head of congressional panel said he will propose a law creating drug testing standards for 4 major professional sport leagues. There have been no steroid-related illnesses, deaths, or cover-up involving NBA players. Here's what I think, okay? Although I agree with David Stern's argument that steroids wouldn't have as much of an advantage for an NBA player as they would in other sports, I wouldn't say they have no advantage. The healing properties alone would be beneficial to all players recovering from injuries throughout the season, especially as they get older. In the NBA, weight is the enemy. In baseball and football, putting on more weight can give you an advantage. In basketball, it just kills you. Although there are corner cases for younger players who want to typically get weight, but you hear from veterans that they're trying to shed weight to offset their declining vertical and burst of speed. Most steroids help stamina or muscle gain, and neither of those are optimal, although both are useful in the right amounts for the NBA. What busted open the steroid story in the MLB was a combination of things that are somewhat unique to baseball. Strength literally makes a lot of difference in the sport, caused 2 good players to break one of the most sacred records in all of American sports. I covered that kind of brief, not brief but quick, because I don't really follow baseball. That's just what I know. But that's the difference when you try to do steroids. And I get that. Like the steroids, when you do them in a different sport, I get how it affects it. But in combination, the NBA approves of steroids because not approves, but like, they just want the best fucking quality of game, so whoever wants to go the farthest without getting caught, and the best man wins. But that's about it. Let me hear your opinion down below, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. As always, guys, I hope you guys subscribe, like, comment. As always, guys, I hope you guys have a great day, because I know I will. Till next time, guys, puppies out.